Kelly and Associates Insurance Group and Kelly Payroll helps employers and employees save time, money, and hassle in navigating the intricacies of insurance, benefits, payroll, and workforce challenges. Kelly and Associates Insurance Group and Kelly Payroll is pleased to support CSE TV and the Game of the Week. Visit kellyway.com to put their people, technology, and services to work for you.
At Toyota, we know the journey is as important as the destination. That's why no detail was overlooked. RAV4 is perfect for your adventures, with plenty of cargo space and available all-wheel drive. And with all these active safety features standard, we're always along for the ride. Now lease a versatile RAV for only $189 a month, or buy with $1,500 cash back, or 0% APR plus $500 finance cash. RAV4, your destination, our journey. What drives you? Toyota. Let's go places.
The MIAA is the most competitive lacrosse conference in the country. The 2018 MIAA Lacrosse Semifinals and Championships will be held May 15th and 18th at Towson University's Johnny Unitas Stadium. For a glimpse into the future of the collegiate game, the MIAA, where the stars of tomorrow play for a championship today.
Referees for today's game, Carmen DeJohn Domenico, David St. Hubbins, and Nigel Tufnell, who thinks the scoreboard goes to 11. Branda feeling it, shot goal! If there's a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it. Bob, can you tell me what the score is?
We are not at deuces, and that was a very nifty shot.
And thanks for joining us here on Booker Corrigan alongside Bob Shriver. Coach, you were here for a long time, but this year's regular season for the MIAA, the best conference in the country, is in but its fortnight. But already the circle's getting smaller. Boys Latin has a tradition of excellence. McDonogh comes in here today with something to prove. What do you think about the Eagles this year?
Well, preseason, they were considered with Calvert Hall as far and away the best teams. But I think as the season's just in its infancy, we've seen that McDonogh, Boys Latin, St. Mary's, Gilman, Calvert Hall, Loyola, there's a lot of talent in the league. So right now, the only team standing here with an undefeated record after 3 games, the only one is Boys Latin. Calvert Hall, McDonogh 2-1. St. Mary's is 2-1. It's already crowded at the top.
And with that being consolidated, let's talk about some stars for the McDonogh Eagles. Who do you like today?
Well, we'll start with number 1, B.J. Farrar. This is his 4th year starring on the varsity. You and I did their game last week against Calvert Hall, and B.J. was sensational. Playing long stick defensive midfield and also playing short stick defensive midfield, leading on the fast break. He's a tremendous player. Number 14, Gable Braun, sophomore face-off specialist from McDonogh, was 11 for 13 against Calvert Hall. Calvert Hall never had the ball in the second half, and McDonogh overcame a 3-0 deficit to win 6-4. And then Liam Powderly, number 40, junior, has been starting on the attack at McDonogh this is his third year starting, but he's struggled a little bit in the last couple games, and I look for Liam to bounce back pretty big today.
Conversely, the Lakers, a team that always just has great player after great player. Give us 3 for those guys.
Well, ironically, we're going to go with a trio of sophomores. Start with number 6, face-off guy Peyton Giberson. The battle between him and Braun will be a huge part of this game. Number 8, Blake Gable is a starting defenseman as a sophomore, but he's going to get the task of covering Liam Powderly. So that matchup's going to be really interesting. And then number 9, Brendan Grimes, also a sophomore, has been sensational this year, but he's had one tough game against a real big defenseman at Gilman. Well, today I think he's going to match up with monster Chris Smith. So that matchup is going to be a huge part of this game.
We'll be back with the Kelly & Associates MIAA Game of the Week presented by FCA Lacrosse. And the first quarter is always brought to you by the Valley Inn. And the face-off is already underway. Boys Latin Lakers in their home whites. McDonogh Eagles in their road orange. Rich Dion up on the wing for the face-off. His athleticism does come in handy. Ground ball for the Lakers. Brendan Cruz, Booker Corrigan, and Bob Shriver bringing it to you.
How you doing, Buck?
Fantastic. A warm weather lacrosse. I thought you'd have shorts on.
My legs don't have any hair on them, so I try not to wear shorts.
You look good in shorts.
BL opens with the first face-off. We talked about that at the pregame.
Huge battle today. Tucker Booth, senior number 25, getting started along with number 10, Basil Aburn. Behind 2 Grimes, who you featured.
Interesting matchup, Booker. They put B.J. Farrar on Boys Latin's senior attackman. He's not playing. That means he's not playing midfield defense right now. He's playing close defense.
And the speed of Brandow and the even greater speed of B.J. Farrar seems to make for a nice afternoon for the viewer.
Boys Latin suffered an injury. Sorry, Booker, a couple weeks ago. Cam Spencer is out for the season, and now he's being replaced by freshman attackman Ben Smith, who's really had he's been a steadying influence. He's not as dynamic as Cam, but he's a really solid lacrosse player.
Brendan Grimes with a nice backup for the Lakers. So they maintain possession. I know Brendan was playing against Gilman with a heavy heart after learning the passing of his grandfather. And our thoughts and prayers go out to the Grimes family. This is Aburn behind, and you got to feel like Brandow likes proving himself a little bit against one of the best in B.J. Farrar. Double team comes. Brandow, spin-a-rama ball, pinballs in, shot. What a save, Snow! Wow, what a great way to get the game started all around. And a D-twagging to boot.
There's McDonogh goalie Evan Jones. We've seen this so much.
A lot of people pronounce it Snow, not Jones. Evan Snow. Long.
Evan Long.
You threw me off.
Exactly. Anyhow, we've watched him play. The other day against Calvert Hall, he made about 5 saves just like that. Stone cold way up on the crease.
They were such good saves, you'd think we'd remember.
Yeah, well.
Evan Long. Ball in and out of the stick.
Look, fast break, instant.
Here come the Eagles, 19, William O'Hara. And there's Powderly, now it's Sweeney. Powderly looks like he draws Reagan McNamara. As Jack Simmons settles for the Screaming Eagles with Michael Ubriaco on him. Powderly behind. And now they're back up at the midfield. This is Simmons. Dane Swanson, number 28, made his presence felt on the 2018 season against Culver. And certainly hasn't dropped off too much from there. Simmons really wants to test the waters of the short stick. Splits right to left, cross crease, no dicing. KD, Kevin Davis, comes up the ground ball for the Lake Show. KD, one of the star defensemen for that Looney's 2019 team. And now the Lakers have to clear. Bob Riley's become a big part of the 2018 subplot for the MIAA. Patience in the clearing game like Brandau would. Say hi to my man Jack Dudley as he goes by. I know Phoebe McGee just came by the booth. Love Phoebes. Your girl Jenny McGee said to say hello, by the way, Bob.
Jenny McGee's nephew, Mac Pons, is standing on the BL sidelines coaching.
This is Erickson, the sophomore, going against Alexi Thomas. Shot bounces high. Oh, big rebound by Brandau. Shot fake. Protects his stick so well. He anticipates checks and protects his stick like a savvy veteran. Now it's the freshman. Shot goal! Kaplan moving on the inside. And the Lakers draw first blood. But Bob, ain't nobody gonna win this game 1-0.
I don't think so, Booker. This is just good, steady offense. A lot of ball movement and body movement. They throw the ball down here to the wing to Brandau. Connor Kaplan gets lost on the inside. McDonogh defender guilty of ball watching. Kaplan's very adept inside. Watch this little cut here. Kaplan sees him turn his body.
Yep.
Very quick, accurate shot to the lower corner. Nice play.
Would you say he was spooking around on the inside?
He was spooking around on the inside. It was very nifty finish, too.
Oh, there he goes. With the big win. Lake Show, fast break. Grimes, how you like me? Oh, goodness. Check that crossbar for a dent.
That's the second post Boys Hutton's hit.
What a post count.
Nothing, but
Okay.
they are the defense and the goalie's best friends,
Yeah.
as we know.
I love the fact that you can use a 1960s cliche that still means the same. It still carries the same weight.
This is a-
Goaltender's best friend.
Sorry, Booker. This is a big matchup we talked about early. Grimes against Chris Smith, the big, bulky defenseman who is just a monster of a man. But Grimes is pretty big himself.
Yep.
He struggled against Sam Casamano from Gilman the other day. He's also a really big guy.
First quarter brought to you by your friends at the Valley Inn. Anniversaries, graduations, even any happy hour opportunity you have. The patio is available, as well as the indoors and the Valley Room for rental. Shot. Another save by Long. I tell you what, he's on his game early, Bob.
Brandau likes this matchup. BJ's not covering him.
Tries a cross-handed pass.
You better get in the hole. It's a fast break. Look, it's a fast break.
Continue to start saying. I mean, he just has jets that other people don't have. Brendan Curry's the only guy I've ever seen that kind of run with it.
Well, so far,
BJ did have the ball too, which makes you slower.
So far, Booker, sorry, but Boys Latin could easily have 2 or 3 goals on the board, maybe 4, but they don't. It's 1-0.
Yep.
McDonogh is very comfortable, getting an opportunity to run their offense.
Riley Mitchell pushes it. Second midfield unit, and here's Pitts. Back to Mitchell, who now has a short stick matchup that he likes. Oh, and a pass pickoff by Blake Gable. And now it's Kevin Davis. Here comes KD. KD plays some position D. And he draws the foul. That will bring about a flag. Man Up's brought to you this season by your friends at Towson Hot Bagel.
Coach Hillgardner's son in a riding position. Kevin Davis came up to the field here. If we get a chance to see this again, he turned back to throw it back, and number 4, Matt Hillgardner's guilty of pushing him from behind. He's in a good position, Matt. He just got a little bit too anxious.
And Kevin turned at a point where Hilge could have backed off and not pushed, so it wasn't. It's actually a good call, even despite the fact that he turned. Towson Hot Bagels, Bagelry, and Deli Breakfast, Lunch, and Catering. Download our new app, MyTHB, today.
BL starting in a circle. They're going to cut into a 1-4-3-3. Some unusual set. They're in a 2-3-1 now. Now they're cutting into a 1-4-1.
Grimes, quick release with some pace.
Grimes is a terrific shooter, especially a step down like he had there. Little freedom. They're staying in this 1-4 set, Booker.
Yep. Another
wow.
save by Long, and that ball off of his body goes all the way to the sideline. Backed up by Brandow. Again, he makes so many of the right decisions.
Well, BL has clearly had the best of it. This is the kind of game. This is the kind of game where if you don't get a nice cushion here, considering they've had the ball on offense pretty much, I'd say, for 7 or 8 minutes of this first quarter, but they only have one goal to show for it.
First quarter brought to you by your friends at the Valley Inn.
Long has been terrific. Long's been terrific. Valley Inn is showing this game, if I'm not mistaken. Huh?
My friends at the Columbia Bank are in there now. A little happy hour for those folks.
BL inverted, and McDonogh goes to this little diamond defense. It's a bit of a zone. You see 25 just standing on the crease, and when they come up in front of the goal, they'll go back to man-to-man.
Here's Cruz going against Thomas. Gets a bit of a step outside the goal, little bomb goal.
BJ's underneath them. It's a fast
break. Shot just wide, and that is the right. When that ball crossed the line, I thought Brandow was closer.
No question.
McDonogh.
Boys
with a great
lack
scoring chance, but without the ability to cash it in. And now they're right back on defense, or at least riding.
Boys Latin better start getting in the hole. BJ's had the ball about 3 or 4 times with great opportunities.
Here's Cruz.
For fast breaks for McDonogh.
Gets it to Grimes. Grimes likes his chances. Comes back outside. Lefty. Ball up in the air. Shot goal. Michael Ubriaco. Go do that voodoo that you do so well. I've been to the Great Wall of China, and I have seen the pyramids of Egypt. Ubriaco scores a goal every game, Bob.
Well, Michael stays on the field and just goes and fills down on the crease. Long with another terrific save. Gets low. He loses the ball, and Michael's Johnny on the spot there, just picks up the change and throws it into the cage.
Speaking of picking up change, Bob, did you pick up any change today? Oh, there you go. Face-off win for the Lake Show. 2:30 remaining. 2-0 Lakers. Lakers in their home whites. McDonogh orange on orange with the white lids.
Giberson's doing well at the face-off X. It's 3-0 BL so far.
Here's Mason Russell. Spoke with his mom, Debbie Russell, earlier. Fantastic. Saw Keith Russell. Russell, top right corner. Gets right by his guy. Has some time. Shot. Oh, Evan Long.
On his game.
His coach, Rob Scher, who I had the good fortune of working with in Robinson High School, has done an amazing job with him. And his other goalie, Patrick Scarborough. Rob Scher, a fantastic goalie coach, and we are seeing the fruits of that right now.
Terrific ride by Smith and Brandow there.
So terrific that McDonogh went off sides. Now the whistle will blow. Man Up's brought to you by THB Bagelry and Deli, Breakfast, Lunch, and Catering. Download your new app, MyTHB, today. And folks, if you're watching at the Valley Inn, it's a beautiful day here. It might even be a better day there, all right? The patio, the shade, little breeze.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and just Uber. All you got to do is Uber there because you can't. We've already filled every parking lot, every parking space they have.
Booker.
Yeah, just Uber.
I'm not sure what the stats would say, but I'll bet you Long has 5 saves already,
yeah.
And BL's hit the pipe 2 or 3 times.
You know, we got a crack intern down there taking statistics. Here's Grimes. Lakers on the man up, just 30 seconds, halfway through that.
2-3-1 again. And now we're in an offset 3-3.
And BJ Farrar, BJ being BJ. I think the attackman did the right thing by dropping down because he wasn't going to catch him. Timeout by Coach. No.
Ooh, called a hold.
Okay. Evidently, I didn't see the hold because I thought it had to be a timeout call. And here is Jack Simmons. Behind with Powderly now. Eagles, 40 seconds to go in the first quarter, brought to you by the Valley Inn. Powderly turns the corner, shot, goal! Liam Powderly. Now, ladies and gentlemen, 20 minutes ago, Bob Schreiber told you to look out for attackman number 40, Liam Powderly. You never stop impressing me, Bob.
Booker, the 2 games we've done with McDonogh, Culver and Calvert Hall, Liam's had trouble getting to this spot. Just a little change of direction. Gable's guilty of overextending to Liam's left hand. He wants to guard against Liam coming back right-handed, which he let him do there. Liam got to the front of the goal, score.
And with it being NHL playoff season, you know somewhere Matty Cruz is tuned in to the NHL. Oh, here we come with the fast break. Giberson, point man, Grimes. Oh,
Long has been nothing short of spectacular. Spectacular. There's a little time left, Booker, just 21 seconds in this quarter, and Long is just, he saved McDonogh's bacon, as they say, so many times it's nuts.
We don't do a player of the first quarter, but we certainly would unanimously pick Evan Long. And that'll do it. The Valley Inn on Falls Road, happy hour, stopping by, great lunch, great dinner menu. Just a phenomenal place to spend time. Get to their patio or rent out the Valley Room upstairs for a special occasion. You are watching the Kelly Associates Game of the Week presented by FCA Lacrosse.
The Fellowship of Christian Athletes engages their coaches and athletes to grow their faith through sport. Make sure you investigate the amazing camp at Lebanon Valley College this July. The FCA has camps, clinics, huddles, teams. Learn more about the Fellowship of Christian Athletes by going to fcalax.com.
At Toyota, we know the journey is as important as the destination. That's why no detail was overlooked. RAV4 is perfect for your adventures, with plenty of cargo space and available all-wheel drive. And with all these active safety features standard, we're always along for the ride. Now lease a versatile RAV for only $189 a month, or buy with $1,500 cash back, or 0% APR plus $500 finance cash. RAV4, your destination, our journey. What drives you? Toyota. Let's go places.
Second quarter of the Kelly Associates MIA Game of the Week presented by FCA Lacrosse. Booker Corrigan, Bob Schreiber bringing it to you. Boys Latin leads 2-1. They're in their home whites. McDonogh rode orange on orange. Face-offs are going the Lakers' way, as is the score. Interesting, a great escape right there by Giberson. Flag flies late.
And he's hurt. That is Boys Latin's worst nightmare right there.
Did you see how he went down?
I did not, but he's having a sensational game. He's 5-0 on this face-offs, and they need him desperately because Braun will take over the game at the X. Let's hope he's okay.
Braun is a guy who can win face-offs.
Well, he hadn't won one in this game, so it's 5-0.
Well, okay, so you're going to call me on that. Who was the player of the game in the Calvert Hall McDonogh game? Who was the player of the game?
He was, for good reason. He was 11 for 13, though. But in this game so far, he's 0 for 5.
But just don't jump on me because he hasn't won one today. Because he did, in fact, put his name in our mouth on Tuesday. And McDonough's big. I wouldn't say
There's
big
the
upset.
play. I don't know. It looks like, let's see. Roll that back, Chad, if you don't mind. One more time. Let's see if we see what happened. Number 5 for McDonogh looks like he just came in and train wrecked him. Looks like a fair hit.
And here we go. Watch, he gets rid of it. He
slows
spins
down.
out
He
of
gets
this.
back up. Look at that. He
Oh,
slashed him right across the midsection, and they called the 1-minute penalty.
Yeah.
So there's a chance. Let's hope that it's just uncomfort in the groin area, and that he's able to get back up and get back in this game.
Yeah. We are going to step away quickly.
The champions of today inspire the stars of tomorrow over Memorial Day weekend. Just as the stars of college lacrosse will compete for the 2018 NCAA Championship in Foxborough, Massachusetts, youth lacrosse players from across the nation will also be playing for a title at the NCAA Future Champions Tournament. Each team will receive 20 tickets to the NCAA Championships and have the opportunity to be recognized on the field at Gillette Stadium. To learn more, check us out at cselax.com.
Ready to go. Here we go. 2-1 your score. Lakers on the man up. Slashing penalty on McDonogh as Kaplan rolls off. Grimes up top. Brandow. Now Cruz.
This is BL's third extra man opportunity, and they have not cashed in on one yet. I hope they don't emulate the Caps last night and don't get their extra man, which has been solid all year.
Here's Smith, the freshman. Little sky whammy by Kaplan. Little lob pass, Cruz. Now it's Brandow back to Cruz. Smith over to Kaplan. And they're looking to hit on the crease, but Chris Smith is doing a fantastic job. And there's your pickoff by B.J. Farrar. And he's not going to get slowed down. Cruz showing some speed, keeping up with him. But that will do it. There's 7 seconds left now on the foul. McDonogh will kill off another one. Towson Hot Bagels. I have a very strong feeling I will be at Towson Hot Bagels tomorrow morning, Bob. But I'm going to be at the Valley Inn after this game. And I think we have a graphic built for that because I'm going to be at the Valley Inn with some friends.
Booker, BL's extra man's 0 for 3, and on 2 of those plays, they tried to throw the ball through the defense, and B.J. Farrar has picked them off.
And as a coach, do you get a sense of that starting to bother you if you're 0 for 3 on man-ups?
I think that they're feeling it a little bit.
I know Notre Dame went 0 for 9 on man-ups against Syracuse. Now, granted, they're playing against Syracuse, so let's...
There's a foul in this play against Boys Latin. Looks like they called an unnecessary roughness late hit on number 19.
It was off the screen.
Michael Ubriaco. So now McDonogh gets their very potent extra man going. They love to do these little flip plays, Booker, up at the corners. Little flip play and try to throw the ball through or fake flip it.
And sometimes that fake is so strong and so substantial, you need Judge Joe Murphy to come in and tell you whether they actually flipped it or not. George Ward, number 9, top center. Here's Simmons.
They're getting ready to run into it, I'm guessing, soon, Booker.
They got Matty Hilgartner down here on this left side. Simmons goes back to Sweeney. And now it's down with Hilge. Makes a nice catch off a lob to pass. Simmons. Sweeney steps in. Great cut by George Ward.
Tremendous
and
catch.
Ladies and gentlemen, just like the day after a bad chili cook-off, we are not at a deuces.
Well, good news and bad news for BL. Bad news is they gave up a goal. Good news is coming out for this faceoff is Giberson. What a catch. Watch this catch by Ward. It's down at his feet. He picks it off the carpet and finishes. This is a lovely catch because it's not a great feed. Watch. Here's Ward coming from behind left. Nice catch. Better finish.
I love the fact that you just described it as lovely. That's a word my parents would use. Just a lovely catch. Giberson back out for the faceoff. Everybody, even McDonough's happy to see that. You don't want to have a kid draw a slash and have it cost them game time. And McDonogh wins the ensuing faceoff. And just like that, Jackson Cummings settles things for the Eagles. Now it's behind with Patterly. He and Cummings play a little pass behind the goal as Kevin Davis starts to stretch out on him. Davis, number 17 for BL. Junior defenseman. I had the pleasure of coaching Kevin. He is a fantastic young man from a nice family. Family of leaders. Here's Simmons. Simmons had pace on it. About a foot and a half over the cage, though. Powderly, nice acceleration. Gets to the 5x5. Rolls back. Now it's Sweeney. Dane Swanson, shot, goal. Hooper drives the boat, Chief.
This is our third McDonogh game, and Swanson has been terrific in all of them. He's just running left-handed. He's a right-hander. He just gets down the hash marks, and he blasts the ball in the lower corner. It's in a perfect spot. Watch, here we see it again. Goes to his offhand, down the hash marks, and a wonderful, wonderful shot. That thing went in the lower right-hand corner.
Fair to say, unsavable.
Yeah,
I mean,
with
he'd
pace.
have to guess. Yeah,
with
he'd
pace.
have to guess pretty early to make that save.
Correct.
As I look down the stands, I see my man Barney Aburn. Talking about goaltending. Goaltender for that 1986 UNC National Championship squad. And the Eagles making a lot of breaks for themselves right now in their road oranges. Nice ground ball pickup, a hit as he delivers it, but Cruz comes away. Cruz looks diagonal, knocked away.
By guess who?
I'm going to guess B.J. Farrar. How's my guessing? Oh, it's going to be a
very
moving
good.
pick.
He threw the ball. There's a penalty on Farrar right there for the ball should have been picked up. Farrar was running the BL guy off the play. That's okay. BL's happy with possession.
And he was kind of faking it. He was faking it enough.
If you're on that was a bad play by BL. Number one came down the field, and he 100% threw the ball to the wrong guy. He should have thrown it to number 9 on the corner for a step-down shot, or given it to Matt Brandow, who's playing up top. Not try to throw it through B.J. Farrar, who's already shown his ability to knock down passes that try to get past him.
Grimes.
There's another one. My goodness gracious. Is this a broken record?
This is classic B.J. Farrar. Diagonal shot, goal. What a finish. McDonogh. Bing, bang, boom. My man Aaron Finkelstein checking into the booth. Great finish by Jackson Cummings. And Leslie Finkelstein stopping by. The grandmother, Leslie Finkelstein. Let's look at this replay. Look at BJ being BJ. Bob?
Two things, Booker. If I'm BL, if we get an opportunity to talk to the players, if they see BJ, if they throw it anywhere near him, they're literally not doing the right thing.
Turn your jersey in.
And also from BL's perspective, they've seen this show before, 2 years in the championship game. BJ, just a sophomore at the time, literally dominated the game. I mean, he dominated the game the way he's dominating this game. This is very, very interesting, this matchup.
Evans comes away with it. Flips it behind his back. Just wide by Grimes.
And that time, Evans did the right thing. He got the ball over to Grimes. He got the ball over to Grimes, Booker, and Grimes had a shot he should have buried.
There's a good shot of the McDonogh huddle. Now, they've scored the last 4 goals, Bob. What's the mood like in there? Are they now cautious that they don't want to give up a streak?
They are incredibly excited. They handled the 2-0 first quarter, kind of a little bit of an onslaught. but it really could have easily been 4 or 5-0 at the end of the first quarter. Evan Long was terrific in the goal. And then BJ has started to take the game over by BL trying to throw the ball through him as opposed to around him.
So where's this game if BJ and Evan Long aren't around?
Well, right now this game would be probably, honestly, I'd say it'd be 5 or 6, maybe to 2 or 3, because BL has shown the ability to win faceoffs, which has been certainly very crucial for them in this game.
And when I say Evan Long, goaltender number 26 for the McDonogh Eagles. Absolutely unbelievable start for him.
Booker, I've said this before about Evan. He's not the tallest kid, so when you're shooting at the goal, you really think the top of the goal's wide open. And Boys Ladden's been guilty of shooting a lot of high shots. And Evans, he knows exactly where they want to go, and he stood tall, and he made a lot of great saves on high shots.
Smith behind. This is Cruz.
And McDonough's playing a teeny bit of a zone here, which is not McDonogh-like, very unusual. But they had great success playing zone with against Calvert Hall. Another big save.
Big save.
Where did that
Evan
shot
Long.
go?
High.
High, and Evan Long's stuffing it.
Bob, you know this game, my friend. McDonogh back on offense with 6:28 to go. Second quarter brought to you by the Mason-Dixon Lacrosse Tournament. Go to cselax.com to learn about that. Mason-Dixon Lacrosse Tournament.
McDonough's going to try to play BL 5-on-5 here. Long pole. Alexi Thomas is going over here and standing on the corner, occupying a man. McDonough's very comfortable just playing 5-on-5 offense. Now Thomas is going to set a little pick for Powderly and step away.
Don't go anywhere for the Training Lace halftime show. We had a great segment as McDonough's Dane Swanson now drives to the cage, gets a feed inside. Griffin Catlett.
A lot of college teams, Booker, are content on taking a defensive midi or a face-off guy and letting him stand over in the corner and play 5-on-5 lacrosse. Good defense by BL just then.
Yep. And they need some piece of momentum.
They need to try to get some of this momentum back. They had it in droves.
Yep.
And they're not getting it back that way.
Powderly, Sweeney shot. Oh my God!
Save.
I didn't believe what I just saw. Not going to happen. We get a crease violation. They're going to say he was pushed in. Great Abe Lincoln's mullet. Look at this save by Chris Brandow.
Chris Brandow's doing his finest Evan Long impersonation right there. They called a push from behind with possession. McDonogh, 32nd extra man. They cashed in on their last one. BL's 0 for 3.
Kelly and Associates Insurance Group and Kelly Payroll helps employers and employees save time, money, and hassle in navigating the intricacies of insurance benefits, payroll, and workforce challenges. Go to kellyway.com. Booker Corrigan and Bob Shriver bringing it to you. McDonogh Man Up, brought to you by Towson Hot Bagels, THB. Download the app, MyTHB now. This is Sweeney, top center, Hillgardner. On the wing, they'll cut and replace. Oh, diagonal, filthy pass. Powderly can't thread between Brandow's feet, but he gathers his own rebound. Shot Sweeney, big save, has a man open.
He got a fast break, he threw it over his head.
And Cruz didn't get a good read on it.
And look who's got it.
And McDonogh right back on offense. Fellowship of Christian Athletes huddles, camps, teams, building three-dimensional athletes and coaches. Learn more at fcalax.com. Here come the Eagles.
This is Matt Hillgardner playing midfield, but he's going to invert. He's more comfortable playing at attack. This is a very natural place for him to be.
McKenny Box for BL back defending him. Pitts up to Nathan Walsh. Walsh played great against Calvert Hall. Everybody getting to their second midfield unit. Both coaches, Coach Farrell, obviously an outstanding individual for BL. Coach Hillgartner, as good as they come. Here's Matty Hillgartner.
Well, Booker, this is a tale of two quarters. First quarter, BL had the ball the whole quarter and only was winning 2-1. This quarter, McDonogh's had the ball most of the quarter.
I love the pass by Powderly, but he just didn't connect on it. And BL now charged with the clear. And McDonogh, they're feeling a little bit in the ride. Is a ride something you can build momentum in, Bob?
He's off sides. Did he step off sides? I don't know. Couldn't see from up here, Booker. There's a few fans in the way.
Yeah, there's only about 1,500 to 2,000 people here.
It's a great lacrosse crowd. Beautiful Friday in a wonderful setting. Incredible crowd.
Smith behind, the freshman, gets it up to Grimes, the sophomore.
BL needs to possess a little bit.
Basil Aburn now in for the Lakers. Saw him a lot in the first quarter, but the way it's panned out in the second, wouldn't be surprised to see Basil make something happen. Here is Baz, right to right splitty. Mumba, Grimes, curling out lefty, rolls back righty. The natural left-hander wants to come back this side, and will! I didn't just see what I just saw. Did that just happen? Bob, have you ever stung a corner like that in the last 20 years?
Brendan's fastball has been off a little bit today. Smith's guilty of letting him get back to his strong hand. He drops his hand, so long goes down, and he elevates it over his shoulder. Finally, one of these high shots works for BL. That's a tremendous play by an exceptional player while only a sophomore.
That was the stinging of a corner. I think that's a symphony by Beethoven. Didn't he write the stinging of the corner in G minor? Peyton Giberson, Grimesy, same corner. That is not a replay, folks. I'm thinking up a master plan, because there ain't nothing but sweat inside my hand. Brendan Grimes, slim with the tilted brim.
Booker, this Peyton Giberson's a lefty, so they're running a left-handed break, which many teams are just not used to playing. Grimes is wide open. The one guy you don't want to leave open with his hands free is that guy, and it was a carbon copy of the last one. There it is again. Look at this shot. Wow.
10 yards away on the hash mark. The football lines really do help, Bob. Like, how often did you use them as a coach when you were teaching? Bob? How often did you use the hash marks and the football lines?
Well, you clearly, that's going over somebody's head. Nope, they're going to be okay.
Clear by the Lake Show.
Coach Farrell has a timeout in his pocket, and how about that? He used it.
I think did you ever coach him? Did you ever help him? Great day for lacrosse here at the Lakers, and a great day for you, my friends at the Valley Inn. Thanks for joining us there. This is the Kelly & Associates Game of the Week presented by FCA Lacrosse.
Represent for Rough Rider Nation. The Rough Riders have been on top of the game since 2007. Rough Rider alums continue to shine and won national championships at all levels. Rough Rider teams dominate the countryside in Maryland, Pennsylvania, and now Virginia. Check us out online at roughriderlacrosse.com. It's time to ride or die.
1, 2, 3, ride!
Yo, Sean.
Yeah, why?
Great to see the Rough Rider Nation getting some ads. Some games to watch in the NCAA as you see the crowd starting to swell here at J. Duncan Smith Field. Here's Army, Navy, Duke, Virginia, Penn State, Hopkins, and Rutgers, Maryland. I'm going to take Maryland to win by 3 over Rutgers.
Oh, well, that's
or are you going to take more?
No, because that's not what the spread is. The Hopkins-Penn State game is going to be very interesting. We've seen the influence of a face-off guy in this game. Penn State lost their face-off guy, Gerard Arceri, and so they're actually going to face off freshman Jake Glatz, who was on this field last year when we did this game, face-off
on April
for BL.
13th.
Correct.
This game last year was on April 13th in this exact stadium.
And
Jake
Glatz, and he won the game in overtime by popping a face-off clean.
So it'll be interesting to see if there's any omen there. Lake Show back on offense after Brendan Grimes introduced himself to the folks here gathered at the stadium today in the last couple minutes with 2 corner destructions. He might get a bill for maintenance after those 2 shots. My man Ty Xander's in the house. He'll be joining us in the 3rd quarter. Always fun to have Ty back in the booth. The good old days, Ty. Looked at it. Oh, there's a great play on the inside.
And a foul, Booker.
Smith comes around, makes the catch, draws the foul, scores the goal, makes a funnel cake, and he now wants to ask your girlfriend to the prom. Here's the play, Bob.
It's in the head. He did not call it after post shot, so there will be a face-off. There's Smith getting to the front of the goal. We call it getting to the 5s. He just got up in front of the goal, and Booker, he shot that low.
He
so
did.
the low does work. I actually shot it around his knees, which is long. He's got to decide which way he's going. He's protecting high, and low typically works. This is a 3-on-2 for Boys Latin on this face-off X.
A man-up, face-off for the Lake Show. And a great talk with some folks from the Headstrong Foundation. Any of you high school juniors for next year or seniors, if you don't have a senior project lined up, consider volunteering and dedicating some time to the Headstrong Foundation. They are a phenomenal group of people doing the right things to help folks who need some help.
They called a hold on White there, so McDonogh gets possession of this ball and a chance to eat this whole penalty up.
And
that was a big call. And now Boys Latin has too many men on the field, or 2, 4, 6. No, we're even. I'm not sure what the flag is. Oh, really, I'm not sure, Booker. Maybe an objection from the sidelines.
Ref's probably not sure either. "30 seconds now remaining in the half. Training Lace halftime show. Absolutely fantastic segment lined up for you as Dane Swanson, number 28 for the Eagles, paces things.
I think McDonough's going to be comfortable eating the rest of this penalty up, getting the extra man with 13 seconds and just holding the ball to the second half. They should take a free shot, and this is what they are intent on doing.
Simmons shot, Brandow save, it's good if it goes. I love that now in Lacrosse.
Sorry, Booker, McDonogh will start the second half man up.
Flag denotes possession, there will be no face-off.
Correct.
Catch me outside, how about that? Halftime here. This is the Kelly & Associates game being presented by FCA Lacrosse. Training Lace halftime.
Okay. Pretty cool.
There's nothing I would rather be doing right now. We've been thinking about this for so long. It's finally here, and I know there are 30 other guys in this room that feel the exact same way.
1, 2, 3, go!
Play the game. If you're thinking about that, you're thinking about the wrong stuff. Let's go. Rah, rah, IMT, shake it up. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Rah, rah. All right, boys. How are we feeling? Good. This is the day we start climbing the mountain, okay? And the way that works is when things are going well, you just swing the axe one more time, right? When things are not going so well, all you got to do is swing the axe, okay? We don't have to climb the whole mountain in one day. There's no way to swing the axe and bring down the whole mountain, okay? It's just one little piece at a time, one leg at a time, one step, okay? Support each other out there. Most of all, have some fun. This is what we've been thinking about all year long. We are finally here, okay? We finally get to start climbing that mountain. All you got to do is enjoy the day, enjoy playing lacrosse. Let's have some fun, play like brothers, play like arrows. I'll see you out there, boys. Look, I think in the first quarter we showed that we're just as good as this team, okay? So now we show what we have, all right? You cannot tell me these guys came up to Boston to outwork us. We know what we want to do. We just got to do everything a little better in every phase, right? That ball has eyes. If we spin it, it's going to find the really good look. This is our first game, okay? They've been playing forever. We just had to catch up, okay? We're going to do everything that we do. We're just going to do it a little bit better in the second half, all right? All right, stay warm, guys. Get what you need. Good work, good work. Keep swinging that axe. That's all we got to do, all right? Just one swing at a time. Keep swinging that axe. Let's go, boys. Here we go.
We're still in this. 2 goals down. Doesn't matter. Man up. Do your thing. Let's go. Arrows on 3. 1, 2, 3. Arrows! Every single little thing in this game has to be ours. Let's go. Arrows on 3. 1, 2, 3. Arrows! Let's go, White. Let's go.
This isn't the ISL title. This is not a national championship. This is game 1, okay? Have fun, but let's sweep the shed and just know that I'm really proud of you guys, of the effort and the way you represented the school, the way you just kept fighting. I mean, at a certain point, it just felt like, yeah, we want this a little bit more. We're willing to work a little bit harder. Just keep swinging, all right? That's what we got to do. 1, 2, 3. Bye-bye.
I mean, so we got killed last year by IMG to start off the season. We've been thinking about this game the entire offseason, entire year. I think one thing different this year is that we're completely more disciplined. We've just really been thinking about discipline and staying level-headed and don't get too high, don't get too low. So they went up and pretty much led the whole game, but the whole time we didn't get too high, the whole time we didn't get too low. It worked out for us. I saw one of my homies, my attackman, Piatelli, who's back there at X, and I don't know, I was just thinking all game I was trying to move off ball and get open for our attackman, and I cut off ball, got a nice pick from my midi, and he hit me, and I put it bottom right. Our motto last year and this year, and just as a school, as a team, as competitors, is, you take one day at a time. So we beat IMG, we're finished with IMG, we check it off the list, and now we just got to get ready for a game tomorrow, get ready for Navy Prep.
This is the Training Lace halftime show, and just like the rug ties the room together, halftime highlights and stats tie the game together. Booker Corrigan and Bob Shriver back on the call. Ty Zanders will be joining us momentarily. Bob, here's your first quarter.
Just a great little feed from the goal line extended to Connor Kaplan. This is a ball that Evan Long saved, one of his 25 saves, it seemed like, in the first half, that he just couldn't find it. Ubriaco picked it up. Paddley getting to the fives with a nice change of direction. Now McDonogh gets it rolling here a little bit. This is an extra man pass. Look at this catch by George Ward right there. Picks it off the carpet. Then McDonough's going to add to their 2-2 tie here. This is Dane Swanson, who we've watched just blast a few. BJ, who has just had a phenomenal game, leads that fast break. Paddley across to Jackson Cummings, and then we're going to see two blasts right here by the same kid, and it looks like the same shot. There's Brendan Grimes getting back to his strong hand, and then this is a face-off fast break, and Grimes is open on the wing. Great play by Giberson, and he just stung that one, almost a carbon copy shot.
It's that feeling as somebody who's getting the chance to shoot as we see a second replay of the second one.
And then this is BL's fifth goal. This is freshman Ben Smith. He just gets same spot. We call it the fives. He gets up in front of the goal. Defender has his stick on his back. Ben's left hand is in front of the goal. He's able to bang one home.
Ground balls in the favor of the Lakers. Face-offs. Huge, Bob.
Very significant statistic in this game, Booker. The face-offs. Actually, we've had 11, so it's BL is ahead 9-2. McDonogh actually has two face-off wins.
And
McDonogh will start.
Michael Ubriaco will start off in the penalty box for a 30-second foul as we get ready for the third quarter to get going. My friends at the Columbia Bank, banking made easy. The Columbia Bank is proud to be the official bank of MIAA Lacrosse. Here are the Screaming Eagles on the man up.
Boys Latin shutting off Jack Simmons on this man up. Content to play McDonogh 4 against their 5. Paddley throws the ball away. The strategy paid off.
Number 5, Reagan McNamara, the junior defenseman for BL, goes back to gather it, and here's Brandow. Still a full 10 seconds on the foul.
Boys Latin broke Brandow's brother Matt across the line. And now Boys Latin looks like they have Michael O'Neill open. Successful clear, and the penalty is up.
And number 1 for BL, the Lakers get a good performance out of Brendan Krause.
Brendan Krause, I heard his mom's watching this game in Florida. His grandma's watching this game in Florida and wanted to make sure
that I got it right.
That you got it right, and you did.
Krause. We're going to bring in Ty Zanders, recently back with Inside Lacrosse. Ty, there's a familiar feeling about what's happening right now. You and I did this before.
It's such a good feeling to be back here with you, Book. I think both of us really enjoy watching games at J. Duncan Smith Field, especially a lovely afternoon like this.
Oh, Krause on cue! Bobby Shriver giving a shout-out to his grandmother, and Krause is like, oh, I got more than your shout-out. 6'4" Lakers.
Teed him up very well there.
He really did. Bob Shriver, he knows the game, folks. He's not even on the mic anymore, and he's still making calls.
Just a nice lefty rip there from Krause, an Air Force commit. Momentum continues to go in the Lakers' favor.
That's just a spectacular shot. So, Ty, today, about what you expected, a game of runs. I mean, these are two teams that seem to meet in the playoffs every other year, if not more.
Yeah,
Great competition every time.
It is about what I expect. I think the big shock, and no disrespect meant for Giberson, but I mean, Gable Braun and Giberson are teammates, of course, for the Loonies, and Giberson has definitely gotten his way against Braun so far. So I think that's the storyline so far. I was really impressed with Evan Long in the first quarter. I think it was 7 or 8 saves for the Towson recruit.
Yep. Our crack statistician had him down for 7.
Yeah, he was just excellent. And it really felt like, just going backwards a little bit, it felt like McDonogh didn't have a quality possession in the first quarter and kind of continued their momentum. Continued a pretty solid game so far in that second. And then BL really, really fired up those last 2-3 minutes of the half. And like I said, again, that word momentum.
I'll tell you what, we've seen some great goaltending here today. And I right now see the father of Tyler Fiorito, Rick Fiorito, in the stands. That might have a little something. It's Friday the 13th. There's all kinds of crazy. I'm on the mic again with Ty Sanders, although we're not sharing one mic between us. We have headsets on. The Lord works in mysterious ways, my friend.
The good old days, Book.
Yeah. So you're back at Inside Lacrosse. Things going well as Griffin Catlett drives?
Going great. I could not be more pumped. I think it's a really good situation for me and good for IL, if I do say so myself. I think just combining forces a little bit. I've had a blast. Definitely an adjustment getting back to the swing of things with some people I've worked with for a long time. I started with IL 9 years ago, went on my own for 3.5 years, recruiting rundown, but back in the fold and having just a great time so far.
Joined in the booth by Ty Sanders of Inside Lacrosse's Jack Sweeney. Looks to gather, but can't. Reagan McNamara. He of the many hundred career ground balls when you add up all the games he's played. Now it's Kevin Davis. My man KD looking to make something happen, pushes a little far.
It's funny because I wasn't blown away with the BL defense in the 2 games I've watched of them. I watched them on tape against Gonzaga. I watched them live against Haverford. They're really coming together nicely.
A second chance possession.
I'm
for
sure.
The McDonogh Eagles third quarter brought to you by Columbia Bank, at columbiabank.com. Bank easier online all the time. And remember, the FDIC.
I'm sure I'll jinx it, but again, really impressed with this defense.
Oh,
wow. Well,
Brandow
right on
from
cue.
his tuchus.
That was just absurd.
From his tuchus. Not at the table, Carlos.
That's about as good of a save as you'll see in high school lacrosse. Preposterous.
I tell you,
athletic.
The kid was sitting there on his bum and reached up with his stick and caught the ball. He caught it clean. Something else. And now his brother, Matt Brandow. Matt Brandow already named to that Under Armour All-American senior team along with Jacob Kelly. Another wave of that roster coming out next week.
Monday afternoon.
Make sure you check it out. Inside Lacrosse doing an amazing job making those selections. Ty, I know you're involved. You also have a ton of help, a lot of other people. Don't call Ty if your son doesn't get
Please
selected.
don't.
It's not just him.
Yeah,
it's not just me either. Thanks.
I'm looking forward to unveiling that second wave, and actually next week will be the debut of my write-ups, my evaluations on Inside Lacrosse from Recruiting Rundown on these first 2 waves of Under Armour All-Americans.
And McDonogh comes away with the takeaway, Finn Thorne. And for a long stickman, Finn Thorne never gets his name called, which is actually a really good thing. It's like being an offensive lineman.
He's very, very solid. Does not get beat too often. Does his job. He's off to WNL next year.
And he's not a carry the ball over the midline type guy either.
No,
He's,
very vanilla, and that's perfectly fine. It's effective.
A lot of people like vanilla. I happen to like Rocky. I like a lot of spice. I'm not a vanilla guy. I'm sure a lot of people could attest. 6:49 left here, third quarter, my friends, at the Columbia Bank, gathering down at the Valley Inn for some great Friday afternoon lacrosse. Swanson down the wing. Here's Ward all the way across the Pitts. Pitts, little hitchy, gets it back, and Swanson likes what he sees. Gets a step shot. Just wide.
Book had a nice little Tuesday afternoon at the Valley Inn for lunch, little meeting before the McDonogh Cabot Hall outing.
And the best part is I don't have to, tell them to take good care of you because they take good care of everybody.
Everyone.
The service there is spectacular. My man Ray, Bailey at the bar, Zach. Where's Zach? Uh-oh, here we go. Ooh. Dropping that down, that lead elbow drops down there. It tends to, the shot might sail. One of the shooting techniques that we go over. Brad Dumont and I created that, invented that together after practice, after shooting about 100 balls. As I have the joy of waving at Taylor Stodoff, treasured Boys Latin alumnus.
One of the best kids ever. Love Taylor.
Brad Dumont's not a bad kid either. That's why I spent 45 minutes a day after practice with him. Oh, bouncer! There's your Paris Hilton. Dane Swanson. It's not just stinging corners. It's Dane Swanson with the Paris Hilton tie.
Nice tally there from Swanson. I'm a huge fan of this 2020 bound from Navy. He's big, he's athletic, he goes hard to the cage, like so.
Gets inside the hash marks, hard overhand bouncer.
Little deception there initially.
Yep. And he kept running at the goal. It's a thing that my other colleague Bob Schreiber has talked about a lot. Dodging downhill, dodging at the goal at the end line, not the sideline, folks. Collision at midfield. McDonogh looks to come away with it. Ubriaco bobbles it. Powderly comes away. Procedural violation is going to award the ball to the Lake Show. Ty, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having me,
Always
Book.
such a good feeling having you back here.
Love
we
seeing
don't have
you,
to
man.
hold on to a microphone.
Absolutely. Thank you, fellas.
And a turnover on the clear. Brandow makes another save. Get that measly stuff out of my kitchen. Get it out of my kitchen. Who'll be stamping out the coals in my carpet? Goodness. Ugly clear. Gorgeous save.
Have we seen some goaltending in this game, Booker? These two kids are
telling
putting on
you.
a show.
I saw Rick Fiorito go by. I think he's Kid Lester.
They got a switch, Boys Latin. They got Brandow covered by a shorty. McDonogh made
BJ.
a quick switch and responded very well.
BJ made quick motion up to that. BJ was down on the crease just checking his condition. His condition was in.
Ubriaco frequently will stay in on offense. Now he subs out. Boys Latin's Tucker Booth back on the offensive end of the field.
Lakers back on offense. Here's Basil Aburn. Aburn going against Settleman now. It's Brandow with the short stick matchup. And he's looking to feed the whole way. Comes up.
BJ influenced that shot. Nice play by Krause. Good pass.
Here's Grimes. Grimes looks inside the whole way. What does he want to do?
Get to the front of the goal is what he wants to do, Booker.
And Chris Smith, number 7 for McDonogh's, a large obstacle. Brandow downs his shoulder, gets the shot off, save long.
Good defense by McDonogh, not a great shot.
And it's picked off by Krause.
Grandma's happy.
And here's Smith. Just a freshman. If he wants to know what it feels like, just ask Grimes. He did it all last year. Grimes just a sophomore. But Evan Long, goaltender for McDonogh, is on a heater, and you never walk away from the table when you're on a heater. Here's Grimes. Feeling it.
Oh, my God.
Crossbar, and McDonogh got the backup.
Now, Long got that with his shoulder, Booker. That was another tremendous save. Long got that with his shoulder. These two kids, they are putting on some exhibition inside the crease.
They certainly have. This has been the best goaltended game of this season, if not several. Here's Nathan Walsh. Swim move, loses it. Krause comes up with it, and here's the wheels on Krause.
Krause has been on this field for about an hour. I think they need to sub him out.
Grimes is going to take a charge, get to the middle of the field like Coach Shriver's been talking about. Goes behind the back. And a nifty little catch by McClure. Shot save Long.
That's popcorn for Long. There's nobody in front of him. He's stepping down from 15 yards. Long's going to eat that up just about 99% of the time.
Long is seeing the ball today like a beach ball coming out of a pea shooter. And a bobbled clearing pass, and now McDonogh comes up with it. Nathan Walsh, little spin move, feeling it. Oh, pushes it down to Ward. And Kevin Davis comes up with it momentarily, checked away from him before Blake Gable comes up with it all the way across the field. The Lake Show,
BL might have a break here. Ubriaca is open in the middle of the field. BJ sliding over to cover him.
Ryan Evans selects zone 5, saves his aircraft. Now he's got something. Oh, a little too hot, a little bit too hard. It was at the feet of Grimes, and Sweeney touches it in for the Eagles. Little slow break offense. Give and go, give and goal. Riley Mitchell. How you like me now? And we are knotted at 6, Bob.
Bad play at the other end by BL. Kind of a silly turnover. McDonogh on a slow break. Mitchell keeps coming. Just a little give and go with Ward down there on the goal line, extended back to Mitchell from 6 yards. Brandau's made a lot of tremendous saves. He ain't going to get that one, though. Some lacrosse game we're witnessing here today, Booker.
In a beautiful setting. Rich Dion with the ground ball, pops it over to Chris Smith, two guys who have been playing defense together for McDonogh for a long time, a lot of games.
Yeah, McDonough's got seniors all over the field playing defense today. They haven't put an underclassman with a pole on the field yet today. Smith, Finn Thorne, BJ.
Pass in the middle of the field, Jack Simmons gathers, but it's checked away. Credit Braden McClure. And credit Michael Ubriaco for teaching him to do that.
Great play by Cummings.
And here's Griffin Catlett against the short stick. Shoulders in, shot save, Brandau. How you like me now? All the way up the field, here's McKenny Box. Oh, they're under him. Grimes sees him. Smith open on the crease, and now it's up top with Matt Brandau.
McDonogh handled that transition really well. They got everybody on the field quickly. 25 seconds.
Third quarter brought to you by the Columbia Bank. My friends at the Columbia Bank chilling right now at the Valley Inn. Of course, thank you so much to Training Lace. Go to traininglace.com and get your flexible, wrappable, weighted device. I have a couple of them. They're absolutely awesome. What a shot! Speaking of awesome, Basil Aburn. Go on and get yourself some, Basil.
Booker.
Feeling it.
This is just a little pick and slip by Basil. He picks for Kraus there, and he slips it. And look at this beautiful shot, lower corner. Instead of shooting high, that has proven to be not in BL's best interest, he throws it down underneath him. Huge goal right before the end of the third quarter. Booker, you talked earlier today about Brendan Grimes' granddad Al passed away last week. Very sad, but I have just heard that that the goal scorer just in Basil Aburn's grandmother just passed away. Wonderful, wonderful lady. They got a break.
Stretch of time for the Laker offensive guys. Thoughts and prayers to the Aburn. Ball down. Nothing's going to happen, and that'll do it. The Kelly & Associates MIAA Game of the Week presented by FCA Lacrosse.
Thunder Bay Apparel is the hottest lacrosse-exclusive clothing line in the game. Thunder Bay's t-shirts and hats flash a little lacrosse lifestyle into your wardrobe. Thunder Bay's pigment-dyed, ring-spun cotton t-shirts immediately feel like you've owned them for years because nobody wants to wear that other polyester fabric every day. Make sure you check out the new styles and designs. All you got to do is click on ThunderBayApparel.com.
The Fellowship of Christian Athletes engages their coaches and athletes to grow their faith through sport. Make sure you investigate the amazing camp at Lebanon Valley College this July. The FCA has camps, clinics, huddles, teams. Learn more about the Fellowship of Christian Athletes by going to fcalax.com.
You want to talk about highway robbery. Bob, we've seen some saves.
As we said many times, both goalies are on their game. That was a very good low shot. Here's Long again. That ball zinged off the pipe. You didn't get that one. Look at that. That was his first save of the game. He stuffed somebody inside. And then I think we're going to see Brandow get a little hot here. Great pass by Powderly on the doorstep. Brandow up to the task with a sensational get. Guy had a layup here. We're going to see another one. The goaltending play, Booker, has been nothing short of sensational.
And that was a man down save. Then he pushes it up the field. Here's another inside. Here's Hilge. Inside shot, and he's on his bottom, his derriere, as they call it in France.
He caught that ball.
Yeah, no rebound.
Long caught the first shot BL made today from 2 feet. He just caught that ball from 2 feet. Maybe 3.
And we saw Long gave up 1 rebound, and what happened? Michael Ubriaco picked it up and scored. It's been an unbelievable day for Lacrosse. Braun against Giberson, and Braun wins that one cleanly. Looked like he guessed on the whistle and got it. Carries it all the way in, and for that, he's rewarded with Reagan McNamara.
Braun just popped the last 2 faceoffs pretty clean. Right at the end of the third quarter, he had a fast break that they didn't convert, and he had a semi-break there, but BL did a nice job chasing him down from behind.
Here's Griffin Catlett, Jack Simmons, and Dane Swanson on midfield for the Screaming Eagles. Eagles in their road orange, Boys Latin home whites. Fourth quarter brought to you by Durham Capital, as George Ward has his shot deflected on its way.
Nice save again by Brandow. That was the first time Simmons has had a shorty all game. Took him right to the goal and got a quality shot. Boys Latin readjusts and puts the pole on Simmons.
Oh, Powderly with a great fake, a bounce shot just over the cage. The little shot fake definitely freed him.
More often than not, when Powderly's coming around the goal, even if he's coming left-hand, he may come all the way up to this side, hit the left side, but he's trying to get back to his right. That time he's kept it in his left hand and got a good quality opportunity.
Swanson, shot, goal, Dane Swanson.
Booker, we're seeing a shooting clinic today. Some of the shots that have gone in this goal at both ends for both teams have really been wonderful to look at. Look at where this ball's placed. Swanson's a really big kid. He's about 6'3", 6'4", so he's shooting downhill. Very hard to pick the ball up out of his stick.
And that was right in the corner, too.
Right in that low corner.
You better hit the bullseye. The kid don't play. 7-7. Braun against Giberson on a beautiful day. Giberson rakes it behind, picked up by Ubriaco. He gets it to Brandow, and now it's Gable. Nice catch and come by Mason Russell. His brother Kobe Russell graduated last year, now at High Point, if I'm not mistaken, Bob.
This is Ubriaco. He'll take this to the goal.
Oh, great check by Rich Dion. And now it's behind with Smith. Cole Erickson, 21 for the Lake Show, as Ubriaco hustles off. And here comes Kaplan. Grimes to Smith. Lakers content to just hold here, tied at 7. Fourth quarter brought to you by Durham Capital. Smith. Hard bouncer backed up by Brandow.
Long got a piece of that one.
Cole Erickson gets a little bit, inside feed just behind Grimes and BJ Farrar. It's interesting, Matt Brandow's so smart, he just stopped chasing BJ because there is no sense.
He was open, just a teeny bit behind him. Good look.
Powderly pushes it over. This is Sweeney. We're going to have to start thinking about who's going to be the Under Armour underclass player of the game. Obviously, the winning goaltender has a leg up. Brendan Grimes has he casts a couple ballots in the second quarter. Those Under Armour underclass tryouts, get to them, go to UnderArmourLacrosse.com and register. Measure yourself against the most talented kids in your region. Find out how well you stack up against kids who are already committed to D1 schools. Sign up at UnderArmourLacrosse.com. Big shot by Simmons.
Simmons outside the hash marks that time, Booker. He's blasting them from there before, but that time not a very good angle, nor was it a great shot.
BL on sides.
Solid clear.
A lot of times in a clear, 7 good passes add up to 1 great clear.
Well, as the old saying goes, Booker, you have 7, they have 6, so.
You want the fast break, but let's get the ball across the line.
Correct. Let's get the ball on offense.
Here's Smith. Smith guarded by Finn Thorne. Smith got one earlier.
Now McDonogh's comfortable playing BL in a 5-on-5 set.
Backed up by Brandow. It's Krause.
We have Tucker Booth over here and Dane Swanson just hanging out on this far sideline. Now Tucker Booth's getting back involved in the offense a little bit.
Here's Brandow. Seems unaffected by the checking of Swanson. Farrar settles up on him. Long with the save. Low angle shot by Brandow. Ball in and out of the stick of McDonogh midfielder Liam O'Hara. And O'Hara settles it now. McDonogh on offense, tied at 7 with 7:10 to go. Our next broadcast right back here, Calvert Hall versus Boys Latin on the 20th, next Friday. And I hope we get weather like this.
Yeah, well, how about not just weather, how about another game just like this?
Game like this and a gorgeous crowd. And I do mean gorgeous. Ball in and out.
Right off the top of Matt Hillgartner's stick. Flips out of bounds. Good break for BL. Tough one for McDonogh.
Brendan Grimes carries in.
Brandow's been held in check pretty good today by BJ. He had a good look at the goal just a second ago, but Evan Long was up to the task again.
And we talked about Wave 2 of the Under Armour Senior All-Americans being released. Wouldn't be surprised to see young man BJ Farrar on that squad at some point. I don't know if he's in Wave 2 or if he's ever going to make it.
If he's, if I was the South coach, I would be calling up Under Armour and requesting that he be on the team.
Here's Brandow, guarded by aforementioned BJ Farrar. He might be your player of the game, too. He and Long. Grimes.
Grimes just got a pick there. He got to the pick, stepped away, and took a shot. Was that one of those shots to prevent the referees but putting on the shot clock?
And a possession shot. They had the backup. Smith's doing a great job behind the cage with backups today. And as I say that, the broadcaster jinx is in full effect. A hot ground ball. Coach Farrell's going to take a timeout, save that possession. We will step away as well. You're watching the Kelly & Associates Game Week presented by FCA Lacrosse 7-7 here at BL. We'll be back.
The MIAA is the most competitive lacrosse conference in the country. The 2018 MIAA Lacrosse Semifinals and Championships will be held May 15th and 18th at Towson University's Johnny Unitas Stadium. For a glimpse into the future of the collegiate game, the MIAA, where the stars of tomorrow play for a championship today.
Thunder Bay Apparel is the hottest lacrosse-exclusive clothing line in the game. Thunder Bay's T-shirts and hats flash a little lacrosse lifestyle into your wardrobe. Thunder Bay's pigment-dyed, ring-spun cotton T-shirts immediately feel like you've owned them for years because nobody wants to wear that other polyester fabric every day. Make sure you check out the new styles and designs. All you got to do is click on ThunderBayApparel.com.
Beautiful day here on Lake Avenue. And thank you to Parker Wingate for being a fantastic contributor to all things Game of the Week, including the BL sidelines. And thank you to Phoebe McGee bringing up gifts at halftime, Bob. Do you accept gifts at halftime normally? Is that okay if our viewers want to bring
I would accept them if somebody would bring one.
Okay, so we'll have to, next game will be here next Friday. If you want to get a little mention, get some love. The best part is we haven't had to look down at our rosters for about a half hour because these kids are that good, and there's talent everywhere.
And Booker, most of these kids are getting tired. They've been on this field a long time because it's been such a close game. Everybody's sticking with their top players. You know, the rotations get a little nippy. McDonogh, as it did against Calvert Hall last week, is coming out in their zone. That was very effective against Calvert Hall.
I know my daughter Mary and her friend Blue are going to be a little bummed out that you won the race to Nifty today, Bob. She's been on me about that. Here's Grimes. McDonogh look like they might be playing some zone on you. Brandow cautiously behind to Smith. Now it's on the wing. Krause. Great handle behind by Smith. What a stick. Grimes feeling it. Evan Long climbing the ladder.
Doesn't work. Booker, we can repeat it
twice.
60 times from Sunday. Now, he wasn't in front of the goal. He's stepping down from 15 yards with no screen, no activity in front of the goal. Long's going to gobble that up. They got to change this up if BL wants to forge a little bit ahead. I'm not sure what that whistle was. Must have been a ball on the field.
Okay.
Both teams get their subs in.
McDonogh possession, 4:10 remaining, tie score. These are the games these kids live for. As a broadcaster, us too. We love a close game. I don't care who's playing. I remember bringing Timmy Brandow over here a couple years ago, and we had a great close game. Here's Powderly.
Donna got what they wanted. This is a switch. This is a bad matchup for BL. They try to flush it out. They did a nice job.
Swanson off the helmet of McKenny Box.
BL recovered nicely there.
Here's Griffin Catlett all the way back up.
The Dane train, as you like to call him.
Dane
they're running. It looks like they're going to try to run a little mumbo here. They got 1-4-1. The two guys on the corners are going to run in and set a pick. This is a down screen.
Ward pushes it Powderly in and out of his stick. And he's had such a great game today and such a positive impact on it. Timeout called by Coach Hilgartner on the quick scoop. 3:07 left. What a day. Booker Corey and Bob Schreiber. We'll be right back. The Under Armour tryouts remain the premier recruiting event of the summer for high school players looking to be seen by college coaches at every level. Step up and measure yourself against the best players in your region. Register at UnderArmourLacrosse.com. Bob and I standing here talking about who's going to be the player of the game. McDonogh's had outstanding performances by Evan Long in the cage. B.J. Farrar in the first half was a force, unbelievably talented. For Boys Latin, they've had a balanced performance by a lot of guys. I mean, Brandow's so important. Grimes is so important. Basil Aburn's so important. The evolution of these last 3 minutes is going to dictate who takes it home if the Lakers win.
For Boys Latin, I think Chris Brandow in the goal and Peyton Giberson at the faceoff X have both had terrific games.
Giberson was unbelievable in the first half.
But But Boys Latin, honestly, if they end up losing this game, which of course that's not going to happen necessarily, but if they're going to end up losing this game, they'll look back on some really quality shots that they didn't throw to the right spots. And Evan Long was clearly up to the task. You can't consistently shoot high on him. He's baiting you to go there. He almost knows you're going to go there, and he's there when it comes, it seems, just about every time. The high ones that Grimes scored were ones from the corner a little bit, and he's not sure whether he's going to go low or high. The ones from up top, BL's thrown high and are very guilty of making some bad shots.
Powderly to Ward, Hillgardner. Here's Simmons to Catlett. Nope, Swanson. 1,000, I'm sorry. Here's Simmons.
Good D by Ubriaco. Forced him outside the hash marks. Here's Swanson.
Simmons looking to roll it back. Great defense by Michael Ubriaco.
They ought to put this shot clock on, Booker. They've done nothing.
Here's Hillgardner with 2:10 remaining. Shakes lefty. Up top. Shot by Swanson. Caught by Brandow. And we're under 2 minutes in an MIAA Classic. Thank you for making us part of your sports viewing day.
Krause running this into a break, maybe.
They're under him a little bit. Brandow catches.
Boys
and
Latin.
They're going to sub.
Coach Boys Latin has another timeout. Coach Farrell in his pocket. I'm sure he'd love to keep this possession down to the bitter end. He called it.
And now he is going to take it. 7-7 your score. Nobody going anywhere.
The Under Armour tryouts remain the premier recruiting event of the summer for high school players looking to be seen by college coaches at every level. Step up and measure yourself against the best players in your region. Register at UnderArmourLacrosse.com.
Booker Corrigan and Bob Shriver bringing it to you. Coach Shrives picking up a penny is why he was off his headset as Greg Bell walks by me. One of my huge favorite people. Bob, if you're in the BL huddle, what are you drawing up?
Well, you're drawing up something to hold the ball for about 30 or 40 seconds. Hope that the referees give BL the same benefit that they gave McDonogh on their last possession. They never put the shot clock on. McDonogh had the ball for about a minute and a half. BL's hoping for the same so they can wind this thing down to about 30, 35, possibly call. I believe Coach Farrell still has one more in his pocket. Call another timeout and try to bang the game winner as the clock is winding down.
Great day to be a lacrosse fan here in Baltimore.
Be interesting. McDonogh looks like they're coming back out in their zone again. I think they've fallen in love with this for good reason. It really helped them beat Calvert Hall. They've been effective with it today against BL.
It's been disruptive at times. Here's Grimes, top center. Smith behind. 1-for-1 offense for the Lake Show. Brandow behind. They're moving around as the clock trickles to the 1 minute mark. Grimes holds. Here's Krause. Shot just wide. That's backed up by McDonogh.
No. That's when that
referee on the end
when
line.
That ball went out of bounds. Boys Latin was closest to it. That's a tough break for BL there. When that ball went out of bounds, it's the closest guy to the ball when it goes out. It's not the closest guy to the ball when he gets to the end line. That's too bad.
Or when he puts his whistle in his mouth. Oh, and the turnover on the clear. And now he's got B.J. Farrar coming behind him. He does the right thing, moves the ball. Unsettled right now for the Lakers. Brandow gets his stick checked away and still gathers the ball. speaks volumes to the poise of Matthew Brandow, younger brother of the great Tim Brandow.
McDonogh's
20 seconds remaining. Here's Grimes against Smith.
They're in the zone.
Now
Grimes
he's against
gets
the short
his hand
stick.
free.
Oh, shot goes high. Long has Simmons open with 10 seconds to go. Jack Simmons with plenty of time to execute. Comes down, hits Sweeney at the point. Check down low. Ward, shot, goal, 2 seconds left. Nobody, and I mean nobody, saw that coming. Mark it 8, dude. Got him. And in a thriller, McDonogh executing the fast break. Great finish by George Ward, kept his feet moving. Bob, how important is that to keep your feet moving?
You move to catch the ball, Booker. You move to throw the ball. He kept moving. The guy sliding to where he was, not to where he was going to be. Great play by Ward.
Dable Braun scoops away the final face-off. And, Bob, now we got to talk for McDonogh, TJ Farrar, Evan Long.
Not even close.
Okay.
Sorry.
Under Armour, players of the game, Under Armour Lacrosse. I'm going to run down and go do those interviews. For Invicta Broadcasting, for Kelly & Associates and FCA, I'm Booker Corrigan, and for Bob Shriver, I'm Booker Corrigan reminding you, you only get one shot at today. I'm going to be down on the field with BJ and Evan right after this.
The MIAA is the most competitive lacrosse conference in the country. The 2018 MIAA Lacrosse semifinals and championships will be held May 15th and 18th at Towson University's Johnny Unitas Stadium. For a glimpse into the future of the collegiate game, the MIAA, where the stars of tomorrow play for a championship today.
Kelly & Associates Insurance Group and Kelly Payroll helps employers and employees save time, money, and hassle in navigating the intricacies of insurance, benefits, payroll, and workforce challenges. Kelly & Associates Insurance Group and Kelly Payroll is pleased to support CSE TV and the Game of the Week. Visit kellyway.com to put their people, technology, and services to work for you.
Great news! Corrigan Sports Enterprises and Inside Lacrosse are pleased to announce that registration is open for coaches to nominate their most deserving seniors to be Under Armour All-Americans. Underclass tryout registration is also open, and we've added a new region, the Connecticut-New York region, for information and to register. Grad years from 2019 to 2022 need to go to UnderArmourLacrosse.com.
Thunder Bay Apparel is the hottest lacrosse-exclusive clothing line in the game. Thunder Bay's t-shirts and hats flash a little lacrosse lifestyle into your wardrobe. Thunder Bay's pigment-dyed, ring-spun cotton t-shirts immediately feel like you've owned them for years because nobody wants to wear that other polyester fabric every day. Make sure you check out the new styles and designs. All you got to do is click on ThunderBayApparel.com.
The Under Armour tryouts remain the premier recruiting event of the summer for high school players looking to be seen by college coaches at every level. Step up and measure yourself against the best players in your region. Register at UnderArmourLacrosse.com. The Summer Rumble is headed back to Richmond June 9th and 10th, and we are now a U.S. Lacrosse National Qualifier and sanctioned event. The Rumble brings together a wealth of top talent from the best club programs at the amazing River City Sportsplex with their 12 lighted turf fields. As a U.S. Lacrosse sanctioned event, you can expect the highest quality tournament regarding operations, safety, and experience. Go to CSELax.com for information and to register now.
The MIAA is the most competitive lacrosse conference in the country. The 2018 MIAA Lacrosse semifinals and championships will be held May 15th and 18th at Towson University's Johnny Unitas Stadium. For a glimpse into the future of the collegiate game, the MIAA, where the stars of tomorrow play for a championship today. The MIAA is the most competitive lacrosse conference in the country. The 2018 MIAA Lacrosse semifinals and championships will be held May 15th and 18th at Towson University's Johnny Unitas Stadium. For a glimpse into the future of the collegiate game, the MIAA, where the stars of tomorrow play for a championship today.
The Fellowship of Christian Athletes engages their coaches and athletes to grow their faith through sport. Make sure you investigate the amazing camp at Lebanon Valley College this July. The FCA has camps, clinics, huddles, teams. Learn more about the Fellowship of Christian Athletes by going to fcalax.com.
Kelly and Associates Insurance Group and Kelly Payroll helps employers and employees save time, money, and hassle in navigating the intricacies of insurance, benefits, payroll, and workforce challenges. Kelly and Associates Insurance Group and Kelly Payroll is pleased to support CSE TV and the Game of the Week. Visit kellyway.com to put their people, technology, and services to work for you.
The June 2nd Baltimore 10-miler always has awesome premiums, and it will once again start and finish right at the Maryland Zoo in Baltimore. Join over 5,000 runners in the region's premier 10-mile race. The course winds through Druid Hill Park, a lap around scenic Lake Montebello, and alongside the campus of Johns Hopkins. The course runs up and down historic 33rd Street, where you might pull off a miracle of your own. Sign up now at baltimore10miler.com.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Huddles, camps, teams, building three-dimensional athletes and coaches.
At Toyota, we know the journey is as important as the destination. That's why no detail was overlooked. RAV4 is perfect for your adventures, with plenty of cargo space and available all-wheel drive. And with all these active safety features standard, we're always along for the ride. Now lease a versatile RAV for only $189 a month, or buy with $1,500 cash back, or 0% APR plus $500 finance cash. RAV4, your destination, our journey. What drives you? Toyota. Let's go places.
The champions of today inspire the stars of tomorrow over Memorial Day weekend. Just as the stars of college lacrosse will compete for the 2018 NCAA Championship in Foxborough, Massachusetts, youth lacrosse players from across the nation will also be playing for a title at the NCAA Future Champions Tournament. Each team will receive 20 tickets to the NCAA Championships and have the opportunity to be recognized on the field at Gillette Stadium. To learn more, check us out at cselax.com.
The Summer Rumble is headed back to Richmond June 9th and 10th, and we are now a U.S. Lacrosse National Qualifier and sanctioned event. The Rumble brings together a wealth of top talent from the best club programs at the amazing River City Sportsplex with their 12 lighted turf fields. As a U.S. Lacrosse sanctioned event, you can expect the highest quality tournament regarding operations, safety, and experience. Go to cselax.com for information and to register now.
Represent for Rough Rider Nation. The Rough Riders have been on top of the game since 2007. Rough Rider alums continue to shine and won national championships at all levels. Rough Rider teams dominate the countryside in Maryland, Pennsylvania, and now Virginia. Check us out online at roughriderlacrosse.com. It's time to ride or die.
1, 2, 3, ride! Yo, Sean. Yeah, ride!
Kelly and Associates Insurance Group and Kelly Payroll helps employers and employees save time, money, and hassle in navigating the intricacies of insurance, benefits, payroll, and workforce challenges. Kelly & Associates Insurance Group and Kelly Payroll is pleased to support CSE TV and the Game of the Week. Visit kellyway.com to put their people, technology, and services to work for you.
Great news! Corrigan Sports Enterprises and Inside Lacrosse are pleased to announce that registration is open for coaches to nominate their most deserving seniors to be Under Armour All-Americans. Underclass tryout registration is also open, and we've added a new region, the Connecticut-New York region. For information and to register, grad years from 2019 to 2022 need to go to UnderArmourLacrosse.com.
Hey now, Booker Corrigan. The good news is I've got BJ Farrar, Evan Long, and by popular demand, George Ward. The bad news is the camera adds 10 pounds, and I'm the only one who looks fat. So let's start with Evan. Evan, in the first quarter, you held it together. Was it a great warm-up with Coach Scherer? What led to it?
Yeah, it was a good warm-up. I just wanted to get out there and just shut them down the first quarter. I don't want to get them an early lead. Don't want that. So defense did well. Offense was finishing, so we did well.
And when you say defense did well, does BJ pick off passes in practice? Does he ever pick off any of your clearing passes?
Not so much clearing. He catches them, but, yeah, BJ had, I don't even know how many picks, but.
Where do you get that from? You have that in football, too?
A little bit. I get it from Richard Dion. We practiced that a lot in Crabs this summer, working on doing that.
Just picking off passes. And do you bait guys, you keep your stick low and then wait until they throw it to pick it up?
Well, yeah, I play with a lot of those guys from Crabs, so we're used to what their tendencies are in throwing passes and when they get lazy or not. So.
And were you nervous at all coming down with a couple seconds left? Did you think there might be a save at the end of that game or no?
No. I have confidence in my guys, and I knew George would finish that shot if he got it.
And speaking of George finishing that shot, George, catching the ball with your feet moving and your hands free, if you don't think that's awesome, you need awesome lessons. How'd it feel?
Felt awesome. Defense did a great job getting the ball down to Simmons, hit the point, and then I just finished it. So it's great.
As the whole thing unfolded, you guys were on offense for a long time, got a shot. Brandow makes a great save. Brandow played unbelievably well. He played just as well as you did, right? And then your defense holds. You find a way, make a save. 10 seconds left. Were you counting down the seconds in your head?
I was. We had confidence in our defense, but I knew there was short time, so I knew I had to get it off quick once I caught it. But I had all the confidence that the defense would get the stop.
Nice. You like to hear that, right? Now, what's your hardest class in school?
Probably English.
You're going to Penn next year, and English is your hardest class?
Yeah.
Why is that? Maybe with the you go yes?
My grammar's awful.
You never had me for 7th grade history. No. Proper grammar never takes a day off. Right? Not good grammar, proper grammar. Yes, sir.
Proper.
Evan, come on over here. George, back up for a second. Let Evan come on squeaking in here. How many games have you played better than this one?
I think I've been playing consistently all season. I've been trying to save as much as I could, just help the team out.
How many proms have you been to that are going to be better than your next one?
I've been to no proms.
None? You're a career of 0 right now.
Yes.
Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
You got a date?
No, I don't.
How about you, BJ?
I think so.
Promposal? You think so?
Yeah.
Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
My mom, Shannon Thomas, I love you.
Cagey veteran, Ivy Leaguer right there. George, how about you?
No, not yet. No proms yet? Oh, I went last year, but not.
How'd that go?
It was good.
Slow dance?
Maybe a little
bit. BJ Farrar, Evan Long, game winner George Ward. They all three played way better than I did today. That's